This is the intro
to the Love Drunk for Diamond show.
Yeah.
Hi, Sparkles. Welcome back to my channel, Love Drunk for Diamonds. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing great, doing okay. So, I just brought my little girl to school. So, I was thinking, let me put my camera on. Yes, it's another WIP Chat. Still working on Inner Kingdom from Diamond Art Club. The artist's name is Becca Tyndall. So yes, school vacation is over. Kids are at school. So I have a little peace. Yes. So let me see if the camera is okay. Yes, just checking, guys. Yeah, so Monday they started school. So I have a little space to do some things in the house, to go to some appointments. Yes. Yesterday my brother picked up my little girl from school. He and his wife picked her up. She wanted them to pick her up from school, so they did that. She was happy. But when she came back home, she was so active, so hyper. I was, oh no, she's back home. But okay, she had a fun time at my brother's house. Yeah, so Monday I came out of the night shift because I went to work as a freelancer. So let me give you guys a little story time about what happened at work. So I went to work, and when I arrived at work, I went to the counter. There was a nurse there, a colleague, and she gave me a phone and keys. And I worked uh, on the second floor and on the third floor. So I got 2 units in the night shift to work on. So I went to the second floor. There was a nurse still there. She was working in the evening. So she told me everything what happened in the evening, and then she went home. Okay. Oh, I must say, when I arrived and I was at a counter, the nurse that gave me the keys and the phone, this phone, when people come out of the bed or they call you if they want something. So when they come out of the bed, there's an alarm going off on this phone, and then you know, oh, let me say room number 10 came out bed. So you go there and you go help this client. Let me say client. I think in America you say client too. Yes. So she told me that 1 o'clock everybody is going to the first floor because then we go to sit with each other, so we can evaluate how it's going on your unit. I told her, okay, it's okay. That's how they do things there. So then I went to my unit. But actually, I must say, remember, when I work in night shift, I'm not always, I don't like to sit every time with other colleagues. Why? Because at home, there is a lot of noise. I have my children talking the whole day. Mommy this, mommy that. So when I'm working night shift, I want a little bit of peace, right? I'm sitting, sometimes watching my videos. Sometimes if I have a small diamond painting, I take that to work. Now I do some cross stitch, so I take a little project of cross stitch and take that to work. Or sit and watch some videos. So I'm not always want to sit with other people. I want some peace, some peace time. But okay, I was thinking, I don't know the nurses there, the colleagues there, so I'm going on the first floor at 1 o'clock. Okay, I set up the computer and I did my rounds first, because the nurse that worked in the evening, she told me there is a client on the 3rd floor and he was still awake, so he didn't want to go to bed. And I'm working with people that have Alzheimer. I work a lot with people that have Alzheimer. So I went to the 3rd floor, and when I came out of the elevator, this client was still sitting there. So I greet him. I said, hello, how you doing? He's okay. I told him, don't you want to go to bed? And yes, he has Alzheimer's, so he was rambling, of how you say it. Yeah. So I took him to the office with me. I told him, come with me. And he stand up and he walked with me to my office. I put on the computer. He was sitting there, and I was asking him, how was your evening? He said, okay. So sometimes he gives the correct answers, and sometimes he's just saying things and I don't. It's not a real. Yeah, it's an answer, but he's saying different things, talking different things. Everybody knows how people with Alzheimer talk, right? The most of us. I hope some people know. Maybe you have people in your family or people that you know that have Alzheimer. They forget things, right? They have short memories, let me say that. So after I set up the computer, I took him to his room. I told him, don't you want to go to sleep? He said, yes. I told him, show me your room. And I walked him to his room. I walked him to his bed, and he stepped in his bed. And I covered him up with a blanket, and he went to sleep. Okay, so now I'm walking my rounds, doing my rounds. I'm going in some rooms, because in some rooms I go to check, and in some rooms I'm not checking, because they told me if you open the door, the people are waking up and then they don't want to sleep no more, or they come out of bed, those things, right? So I was doing my round. So my alarm went off. I watched my phone and I went to this lady, another client, and I told her, "Can I help you?" And she was angry right away. She said, "Of course you can help. That's why I called you." But she didn't call. Really, she didn't call me. She just came out of the bed with her feet, and then my alarms goes off, right? Because some people can fall, so you react immediately when your alarm goes off. So I went to see her, and I was asking her, "Can I help you?" And she was angry. "Yeah, that's why I called you." And I asked her, "What can I do for you?" And she said, "I don't know." So she was switching all the time. The one moment she was angry, one moment she was talking friendly. So I know how that goes, right? So I asked her, "Do I have to bring you to the toilet?" She was telling me, "I don't know if I have to go to the toilet. I don't think so." And then she said, "Yes, I have to go to the toilet." Okay. I brought her to the toilet. I brought her to the toilet. I took her pants off. But the older people, some of them, not all of them, she have this, they wearing Tena lady, right? Because they are incontinent. So she was yelling at me, "Why do you pull this out? Why do you take this off?" Because it was a little wet and I want to give her a dry one so she can sleep better, right? You cannot sleep like that if you are wet. So I was pulling it off because I was thinking it's already a little bit wet, beginning of the night, so I'm giving you a clean one, right? If I'm going do my rounds and people come out bed and I see they are wet, I immediately change them, right? Fresh them up. Let them sometimes put a little lotion and let them, they can sleep better, right? You hope so. So she was yelling at me and then she was friendly. She was talking some real bad things. She was saying some real ugly things to me. But I don't worry. I just keep doing my work. Try to put her mind on something else. Talk other things with her. Then she was friendly again, and then she was yelling at me. She was really yelling at me. So I didn't ask her. I asked her, didn't you have a good day today? She said, "Yes, I have." And I asked her, why are you doing so mean to me? I just want to help you. And she was, "I'm not doing mean to you." She was really, she was really angry, guys. Okay, when you work with with elderly people and they have dementia, the Alzheimer, how you say dementia? I say Alzheimer because I cannot say the word right. Okay, so they have Alzheimer. They can react like that. Okay, when I finished, but it was getting worse and worse. So I put her in her bed, and and at the end I was telling her, "I don't know what's wrong, but I just try to help you, but she was saying real ugly things. I'm not gonna repeat it now, but she was saying really, really nasty things. So when I finished, helped her and put her in bed, I told her, I was just trying to help you, and you're doing so mean to me. But I'm going to report. I have to report it so my colleagues know how you treat me, because I try to be nice to you. I was being nice to you, and you still yelling and saying really ugly things. But I wished her a good evening. Yeah. So I walked away. She was yelling at me, come back here. Come back here now, with a few ugly words. I didn't say nothing. I walked away. It's better to walk away. So I was doing my rounds, reading the reports of what happened that day. I went immediately to the computer to read the report of her, and I saw nothing strange for that day. I was scrolling down, and I saw that there was a report of the day before, that the same things that she said to me, she said to another nurse too. I was okay. That is probably her behavior. So I was okay. Then she's like that. So I finished my rounds, and I helped some people, some clients. I helped some clients. Some wanted to go to bed, to the toilet. I went and helped them to the toilet. There was another lady. She was still awake. She was watching television, and I asked her, "Don't you want to go to sleep?" And she told me, "No, I want to watch. I want to watch this program, and then I go to sleep." And she told me, "But you can watch TV with me." So and she asked me, did I see you before? Because I'm not a nurse that work there every day, so the people don't know me. And for the elderly people, it's difficult for them too if they see strange people every day. But yes, when you work as a nurse or in a hospital, sometimes you have that, because the nurse the colleagues that work there, they have vacation, or there are people sick, so they calling an agency to see if there is a nurse available that can come to work, right? So you have that all the time. You cannot in the Netherlands it's like that. You cannot change that. So you have to, it's something that happens all the time. So I told her, okay. I was thinking maybe she wanted to talk a little bit, right? To get to know me. And I sat with her, and we were talking, and she was watching her program. She was asking me if I have kids. And she showed me some pictures of her kids and grandkids. A nice client, I must say. So then my alarm went off again, so I went to help another client. And when I was finished helping that other client, the lady that I was sit and talk and watch television with, she called me, and she told me she wants to go to bed. So I helped her to bed. I helped her to bed, help her put on her pajamas and that kind of things. So in the meantime, it's 1 o'clock. I was thinking, oh, now I have to go downstairs to the first floor to sit with the other colleagues. I was thinking, okay, let me do that. So I went downstairs and we was with, let me count, 5 or 6, let me count, 2, 4, yes, it was 6 of us. It was 6 of us in the night shift. And why we go to the first floor? Because the colleague that works there cannot leave her unit. So she must stay there. So that's why 1 o'clock, everybody come together at the first floor. So I introduced myself. I sat down and they were talking. Then I asked them about that lady that was doing so mean to me. So I asked them, this client, does she always do so mean? They were like, what happened? And another colleague said, oh yes, she's always acting like that. And they told me, a few of them telling me, no, you don't have to worry about that because she's doing that all the time. Okay, now there is this other nurse. She started to talk. No, you don't must accept that because sometimes this elderly people, they know what they are saying, and she can have Alzheimer, yeah, but you don't have to take that. You have to tell her that she must not talk to you like that. And I told her, no, I at the end when I finished helped her, I told her that it was not a fine moment, and I tried to help her and she was doing so mean to me. And I told that I will report that, but I walked away. And this nurse was really hyper up and she was talking so loud. And imagine, on the first floor, there were people, that is a unit with people with dementia too. So she was talking so loud, and I was thinking, if this was my unit and you was talking, no, she was talking really loud, I would tell everybody, no, everybody have to leave. Just leave the unit because everybody is coming out of the bed. You guys are sitting here talking and talking loud, and then I can go and run after every client that come out of bed. Yeah, because they hear noises, they think, oh, it's daytime. We can come out of the bed. Then I was quiet because she was so hyper up that I shut my mouth and I just observed her. And one of the other colleagues, they was sitting and watching me. She saw she saw my face that I didn't really like the way this nurse was talking. I didn't say nothing. I let her talk. She was talking about clients that was doing rude to the nurses and those kinds of things. Then she had a nerve. She had the nerve to talk about this. Guys, listen. She started telling that she worked somewhere and there was another colleague, just not at this work, but at another location. She worked with a nurse, and this nurse slapped a client. And the client was blue everywhere. She was blue, and I was thinking, is this real, or are you exaggerating? I hope I say it right, guys. You guys, I know I cannot say nothing right, so you guys understand what I mean. So I was just listening, and this nurse, she slapped an elderly client, and then she called her if she can come and help this client. And just when she walked away, she saw that this nurse slapped the client again. Okay. What happened? It was her story, yeah? What she was telling. The client, the day after, I think, the daughter of this client came there at work by her mother, visit her mother, and the mother was telling the daughter that one nurse slapped her. So the daughter wanted to know which nurse that was. So, but all the time, imagine, all the time she was telling this story, she was hyper up, talking loud and hard, and I was beginning to get a little error in my head. So, then they did a whole investigation, because yes, this client was telling that somebody slapped her. So they want to find out now who did it. And the manager asked the client, who helped you that day? And she was telling the manager who helped her. So the nurse that slapped the client, she must go to the office, because they want to know her story. Because realize we were working with elderly people, and sometimes it's not happening. Yeah, it's happened frequently that sometimes clients tell other nurse or the manager that somebody slapped them, and it's not true, right? So I must say, you cannot always go out what a client says or tells, but you have to listen to the story, right? Because it can also be true. So now because the nurse that slapped the client had to go to the manager, she was giving the other colleague, she was looking mean to the other colleague, because she was thinking the colleague had snitched her. And now comes the story. The nurse that telling us this story was, yes, I wanted to cover up for her, but now she's watching me with side eye, so I tried to cover up for you, and now you're watching me with side eyes. But the whole time I was still, but now I was thinking, no, I cannot stay still. I told this colleague, so you was considering to cover up for her? I said, you saw that she slapped the lady? Yes, she slapped this elderly client, elderly lady. And now you're sitting here talking that you wanted to help her cover up, but because she's now watching you with side eye, you are not covering up no more because they asked her to come to uh, the office to talk with the manager because the manager wants to hear everybody's story now. And the manager was telling her, no, you must tell the truth. What did happen? So then she had to tell the real story, what happened. She said, I don't know what happened because I was not there before. She called me to help, but I saw when I walked away that she slapped this elderly person again. So I was a little bit mad because I was thinking we are sitting there with each other, yeah, and now you are telling everybody here, sit and tell everybody that you want to cover up. I told her immediately, if I was working with you that day and you did that, I'm not covering up for you. Yeah? Because those kinds of things you cannot cover up, right? Because you cannot slap these elderly people. Yes? And when you here in the Netherlands, when you doing this school for nurse school, yes, they tell you that elderly people can be aggressive. Yeah, you cannot slap them, but you can hold their hands so they don't hurt you. Yes, you can choose to walk away if you can walk away. You can hold their hands so they cannot, you hold both of their hands like this so they cannot uh, hurt you, yeah, or you put your hands like this so they can, like defending yourself like this, so they when they slap on your arm, yeah. But we're not going to slap no elderly people, yeah. And I must say, sometimes they know what they are doing and sometimes they don't know what they are doing. But you are working there, you know what you are doing, so you're not going to do that. And when she noticed that I didn't like her story, she wants to change her story, but no, telling all bullshit things. And the other colleagues of her, some was sitting there watching her and telling her, yes, no, but when something like that happened, you have to tell, you have to report, right? And I was saying, I don't know about you, but that you are talking about that you was considering to cover up for this other nurse, and now because she's watching you with a side eye, you don't cover up no more. So if she was not watching you with a side eye, you was keeping your mouth still and help her telling that it did not happen, to cover up a story and telling that this whole incident did not happen. I was telling her, I'm happy that I was working with you. I was sitting there for a while, and then she was talking. She switched the conversation. She was talking, still talking loud, Sparkles, still talking loud. I was, oh no, I want my alarm to go off so I can go to my unit because I was done. I didn't want to sit there no more. But I was sitting there and watch them what they are doing, right? So then another nurse was asking Is it always like this in the night shift, that everybody is on their own unit? Because there are some places you sit together the whole night, and when your alarm goes off, then you go to your unit and go to help the people, help the client, and you come back. And this loud nurse, yeah, it's always going like this here. I want to sit with other nurses too, with other colleagues too. I don't like to sit alone on my unit. She was talking, no, because I want to sit and talk and gossip. We can sit, watch videos and gossip about other people and telling our private life. Because yes, I don't really know you guys, so we can talk about our private issues. Then I have to say something again. I tell her, oh yeah, I told her, so that's why you are coming to work, to sit and gossip about other people, yeah, to sit and talk and gossip about other nurses, yeah. Is that's why you want to talk about private stuff? Because you just said you was just telling that you want to gossip, yeah. And another moment you are saying, let's talk about each other's private life. So now you want me to sit here, talk about my private life, my private problems. So the next time you sit, when I'm not here, you sit and talking with the other nurses about my private life, about what I told you. I told her, now, let me tell you something. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Yeah. I told her, you guys are colleagues. You're not family. Yeah. Not even sometimes with family, I talk about my private stuff. Yeah. Because family is family, but sometimes your own family doesn't not even like you. So what are you going to talk about your private things all the time with everybody, right? So I told her, you're not even a friend. Yeah, you're not even a friend. You're just a colleague. I don't know you. I don't like this setting to sit here with each other, because I like to stay peace on my own unit. Yeah. Because yes, I'm at home. I have children. I don't want when I go to work, people are talking about this nurse, talking about that nurse, talking all the time about work. We are at work already. Yeah. I don't know what happened with this nurse last week when I was not here. I don't care, right? So that is what she liked. She was keep talking loud. No, I like that. She was talking about her mother, that her mother is uh, um, a bad person. So we didn't want to talk about our private life because she was the only one talking about her private life. She was the only one talking the whole time. And she have a little bit of mental issues because of what she went through with her mother, and that her mother is now Sparkles. Now I'm gossiping with you guys about the other nurse, but I don't know her, so you don't you my Sparkles don't know who I'm talking about, so it's okay, because I don't know her either. But she was talking about that she was going through some mental issues, and she have to break contact with her mother because her mother was jealous at her. So we were sitting there for an hour, and the whole time she was talking about these things, about her husband, and that she don't have children, and her husband have one child, how she was telling that, from another relationship, but they together don't have children. So she was talking about her husband, and her husband is a good looking guy, and she's a little bit jealous when he's talking with other girls. I was thinking, now you are insecure too. So I was just sitting there listening, watching her body language. No, it was too much to handle. And there was a moment, one of the other nurses, one of the other colleagues, she stand up and closed the door from the office, because we are sitting together in this office. She stand up and closed the door of the office because this nurse was talking so loud, and people started to come out of the bed, walking around. No, if it was my unit, no. I would stand up and I would tell everybody, look, or you guys are leaving now, or I'm leaving. And when I'm leaving, I take my bag and I'm going home. Yes. Because, yes, I'm not like that. I don't like that. Right? And sometimes, look, it's not every time that I don't want to sit with other people. Right? Because sometimes you meet some nice persons, nice nurses, and yeah, you talk, right, about interesting things, right? And then you work together, asking each other, okay, if you need help tonight, call me. If I need help, if you need help tonight, call me. And if I need help, I call you. So you work in the night shift very, very good, very nice. Then the night is flying by. Before you realize it's time to go home. Because the night shift here in the Netherlands starts 11 o'clock, a quarter before 11. A quarter before 11. Do I say it right? And sometimes you finish work 7 o'clock, sometimes 7:30 in the morning, right? So sometimes you meet some nice nurse that you think, yeah, it was somebody that's not so loud, talking so hard, or want to talk about private stuff. But I don't know what it is. I meet a lot of this kind of people. When they see me in the night shift, they started to, I know that, look, if you want to talk about your private stuff, I don't mind. And I must feel good that I tell you something. Most of the time, I'm talking about my children. Right? Most of the time, I'm talking about my children. Those kind of things. Everybody that have children sometimes going through the same thing. So you can relate to each other about the story. But a lot of times I see nurse, I meet some nurse, because especially when I'm working as a freelancer, I meet some nurse, they are beginning to talk about their private life, about their husband cheating or bad kids. those stuff. And sometimes I can understand that people need somebody to talk to, but when you just met somebody, how can you open up like that immediately? That is what I'm thinking. It's not that you saw me 2, 3 times, we worked with each other 2, 3 times, and you start talking with me about those things. No, immediately they start to talk about these things, about their private lives. And now I met one in the night shift that was talking about covering up for another nurse, talking about the relationship with her mother. I was thinking, yeah, right. Now you try to put that mirror on. Yeah, here in the Netherlands, we call it spiegelen. I don't know how you call it in America, but it's like this. If some people are sneaky like that because they are start to talk about, uh, this month my salary was 3,000 euros. Yeah, if I begin to talk about what my salary is, then automatically you are going to talk about your salary. Yeah, if I'm starting to talk about my children, then automatically you start to talk about your children. So it's like putting a mirror. And some people look, and if it is a normal conversation about children, about vacation, right? Because when you talk about your vacation with somebody, automatically that person is going to talk about vacation too. Even if the other person did not go on a vacation, they're gonna tell you, I know this year I don't go on a vacation, or this year I'm staying home. So they're gonna tell you something, right? So it's like putting a mirror. If I'm talking about my private life, then you are going to open up. Most of the time you see that happen. There are smart people that don't they keep quiet and they listen, and they don't start to talk about their private life. But most of the time you see, if somebody, you guys must test it. If you started to talk about your bank account, another person is going to talk about your bank account too, about their bank account too. And that's why I'm telling somebody, sometimes people are sneaky because they're gonna tell you, oh, I have 20,000 on my bank account. They don't really have 20,000. They just want you to start talking about what you have, right? And it happens with me all the time. Not that I'm talking, because I'm just staying quiet and listen. As soon as you come talk about relationship or my husband, this and that, and I don't have a husband because I'm a single mother, so yeah. And sometimes they are very rude. Yeah, because I don't talk about a husband or something. They going to come to ask, don't you have a relationship? And I'm asking them back, what do you really want to know? What is it what you really want to know? Yeah, because I don't know you, I think you're a little bit rude. Yeah, so they ask you about your, they talk, they don't. So yeah, sometimes people ask too. They're very, very rude. But sometimes they start to say what they have on their bank account, or their salary was this and that. And just, no, yes, they talk about their salary. So you start to talk about your salary. I mean, that is private. Why you go walking around and tell people what your salary was this month? I mean, you went to work and earn your money. So that that other person didn't go to work for you, earn your money. So why are you telling these things? Yeah, so this kind of things happen at work sometimes in the night shift. Yeah. And you can meet some colleagues that you are good with. I have some colleagues, but that's at my own work that I'm good with. And we can sit and talk. But those, I know them for years and we're working with each other for years. So yeah, but she don't know everything about me and I don't know everything about her. Right? She don't know everything about me and I don't know everything about her, but we talk a little bit more. Most of the time we're sitting online and she's sitting there, I'm sitting here, and we're talking about, look this dress, look this shoes, look this, that. We talk about stuff to buy. Did you saw this nice couch? Did you saw this and that? We're talking about those kind of things. Yeah. And talking, sometimes you talk about things that happen at work. Yes. But not sitting there to sit and talk about other nurse. And okay, there's sometimes there are people that you don't like and you don't like to work with. So yeah, you talk with each other about those things, but going to work just to sit there and gossip about other people, like, no, I don't have time for that. Yes, I really don't have time for that. So yes, that was a little bit of story time that I had for you, for you guys. What's sometimes happening in this night shift. When it was morning to go home, I was so happy. But today I have to go to work. I'm still on my holidays, but I'm going to work as a freelancer today and tomorrow. And at the same place. But I think this nurse is not working today and not tomorrow. So I'm working with another team. So that is fine. But now, today, I'm working on the first floor. That is the place where everybody comes 1 o'clock to sit. Oh, I must tell you guys, if they start to talk loud, I'm going to tell everybody if they can leave. Because first of all, they talking too loud, waking up every client. Then you guys are sitting there talking, and I'm running after the clients for them to go to bed. And you guys keep talking loud, and then all the clients don't want to go to bed no more. Everybody's awake. So we will see how it works. Yes. But I must say, most of the time you meet nice people. And don't get me wrong, I like to meet new people. I like that. But that gossip and talking loud in the night shift, I cannot handle that. I don't like that. Yes. So today I was recording in the morning. Wow, it's 11 o'clock. It's 11 past 11. It's 11 minutes past 11. So everybody went to school. Only my older daughter is here at home. So, whew, what a peace. What a peace. I like it. a little bit of peace in my head, because my head is going all the way around. Yes. Let me put this white a big color. Yes, and tomorrow my brother have to go to this surgery because, oh, I know what it calls, the aneurysma. I think it's an aneurysma. Yeah, in English it's aneurysma too. He had a aneurysma attack 2 years. Is it already 2 years ago? This year in March, it's 2 years. Yes, it was really bad. So he have to go through surgery tomorrow, and when I finish work 7 o'clock. Then I'm going straight away in my car, driving home. I'm coming home first to see that everybody went to school well. And then I'm gonna leave my car at home, and I'm going to the hospital with the metro. Here in the Netherlands we have metro. So I'm going with this metro because otherwise the parking ticket is going to be sky high there in the parking lot of this hospital. Yes, and I don't want to pay that. So it's a few stops. If I'm going with the metro, it's a few stops from where I'm living, so it's more easy. Yes, I'm just gonna sit there for a while because in the evening I have to go to the night shift again, because I have 2 night shifts. So I'm not going to sit there whole day. Think I'm going to wait till my brother is till he comes out of the surgery. And when he come out of the surgery, that I see he's okay, then I will go home. Yes, I'm going to give his wife a little support. I think his son is going to be there too. His nephew, yes, my nephew. So, yeah. So tomorrow I think I'm going to be very tired. Yes. So guys, I think I was talking more for an hour. I think an hour now. So I didn't finish this section. I'm going to do it behind the scenes when the camera is off. I hope you like my story. Tell me what you guys think about this, how nurses treat elderly people at work. And I know that clients are not friendly every time, but as a nurse, you must keep it professional. It can be your mother, it can be your auntie. You don't like it when elderly people is gonna beat your mama, beat your auntie, or something like that, right? So we have to keep control of ourselves. Yeah. So I hope you guys put something in the comments about this topic. And I know because it happened a lot. Because a few months ago I saw something on Facebook too, that there was a man fell out of the bed, and the nurse that was standing there with his colleague, I could not handle that. I was, what? How they treat this person? No. You know, so I don't like these things. So let's treat our elderly with respect. Yes, they must respect us too, because I tell my children, when I was a little girl, my mother always told me, you have to be respectful to the elderly people. But we live in another time, and I think that the elderly people must be respectful to the younger persons too, to younger people too. Yeah, because it's not because you are older that you can say and do everything what you want to the younger people, because these younger people in this time, they're gonna open their mouth. Yeah, so let me say, older or not, give respect to have respect. It's vice versa. Yeah. So I wish sorry for the bumping. I wish everybody a nice day. I don't know if I'm going to put up another video. I'm going to see if I have time to do that. So not, I wish everybody a happy weekend and hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoy my video and thank you for watching. Hope to see you another time. Thank you for keeping me company. I hope I keep you company, and don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you guys. Bye, Sparkles. Bye.
This is the outro
To the Love Drum for Damage Show.
Yeah.